Says I'm on. Let's see if it's showing here. There it goes. Alright. Here we go. Yeah, it's live now. Jesus Christ, that took me a minute to figure out. I'm not tech savvy. Okay, let's see. Oh, let me, I am playing as a gnome. What's going on, man? I'm playing as a gnome, a deep gnome, monk, druid, necromancer. This is actually a request from one of the Discord friends of mine. This should be an interesting build. Alright, so let's see. We'll go create a female counterpart for the for this, I guess. Alright, no scarring. No, wait, what did I do? I guess we'll just... That's about as good as I can get from my mom's. No, this is not my first time playing through. I have a playthrough of my own that I've been running. In my playthrough that I've been doing, my personal playthrough, I have been doing a wild shape druid multi-class with sorcerer and cleric. Alright. Let's jump in here. Ugly bastard. Yeah. They got ugly sons of guns. Unfortunately, I didn't know there was a D&D movie until I heard about it on YouTube. I'm like, what? I wish I seen the D&D movie though. That would have been hilarious. The Wilhelm scream. Oh, homie locked in. Get the Yankee Dragon Riders. That was a mean backhand he just gave that dragon. Oh, in my current campaign, it is a drow. Celadrine drow. I'm playing as a Celadrine drow in mine. It's and the deity I chose for my cleric, for the cleric multi-class is Illustrae. Oh, here we go. It's still cool how they did the logo. Imps. Nasty little things. You can see my whole body from within there. It's gonna be little man syndrome. Seriously with this dude.
My head. Might still be stuck inside if we hadn't been attacked. Someone else got out. Like the other survivors. Not everyone made it out alive. Dead. Wonder who was inside.
Alright, let me see something while I'm here. Wait, what was that? Alright, go ahead, turn that on ask. What am I proficient with? Clubs, daggers, great clubs, hand axes, javelins. Wait, one martial weapon. No, short swords. Alright, I can work with that. I'll come back to you.
Where in the hells are we? lucky I made it out.
Where there's one patch, there's multiple bugs that come along with it. Let's see. Let's go ahead and just take off my club. I won't need it. Oh, I'm almost forgetting.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
Tentacle is only pale white. Also took the appearance, not the. So I took the appearance, not the strength. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Oh, this should be good. Let's see if I pass it. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Oop.
You notice nothing more than meets the eye.
That would be a scary thought, in all honesty. A mind flayer goes to the gym. Like, what's the mind flayer gearing up for that he needs a gym for? That would be a scary thought, in all honesty. I'ma do it. Okay.
I feel better.
Oh, it's bad when you know even a goblin is roughly the same size as me.
Images of goblins, their habits and histories flash into your mind.
Oh, it's bad when you know even a goblin is roughly the same.
A schematic of a Nautiloid flashes into your mind.
Muscle flare. The mind flayer got tired of intelligence and wanted to. He got tired of intelligence and just started a rage. We got a barbarian mind flayer now. He says, "Forget psionics. Give me muscle."
Elves, dwarves, humans, and more flash behind your eyes.
He says, "Forget psionics. Give me muscle."
1,000 years of humanoid history.
Just did that.
Dwarves, humans, and more flash behind your eyes.
We are here. Here.
Let's open that up.
We are trapped.
Oh, you a nasty little thing, ain't you?
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place, you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return. The enemy. So many enemies.
Intellective hour.
A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You realize you're talking to an intellect devourer.
I'm supposed to pass that that Arcana check.
You.
I don't have any intelligence.
Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
Let's see if I can do this. Oh, I did it!
You notice a demon, a swelling of the brain, causing pressure where it strains
It runs
against
that
the
campaign.
shell
I
of
had
the
a
skull.
trident that's pure water crystals and fought orcs that enslaved my character people, but lost a lot of them there. We're like 26 left. Oof. Yeah, no good deed goes unpunished, I guess. As they always say. Glad I had advantage in that. That would have been a bad...
The brain lifts from the skull. You notice an opportunity.
No, I'm dying.
A strange creature, making it more subservient, should it prove a threat.
Okay. Oh.
Free.
That was,
Our freedom is ours, friend.
The creature pauses, listening.
Wow.
Something behind
Okay.
your eyes seizes in recognition.
We must go to the helm. At the helm, we are needed.
What's at the helm, buddy?
Pauses, as though querying an unseen answer.
Do you not hear it? We will not survive here. We are needed to navigate. We are needed to leave this realm.
What should I call you?
Us. We are us.
Okay, Legion.
To the helm
Let's go.
We are going to the helm.
Wait, hold on. Oh, this is bad. There's a brain that's literally like just about as tall as me standing up.
The creature reaches into your mind, its thoughts rattling against yours.
I'm about to be a mean little gnome.
Friend, we will go to the helm now. To know you. To love you. To give you our gift.
My grateful father. That's my friend that describes as a scar king from Jack's kid. I think 4 of my character siblings are still. Eesh. That's
A gift to make you as we
That's
are.
definitely an interesting campaign you got running so far, brother.
Beautiful, so powerful. In a realm where we have fled.
Where are we at?
We have fled to a realm called Avernus, first of the 9 hells. We are escaping a great evil.
You have a dog, I have a brain puppy. Yeah. Especially since intellect devourers can take on whatever form they want to be viewed as. I think it's more of a psionic trick, though, if I'm remembering correctly. Intellect devourers can take on whatever form they
We are going to the helm! My friend, going to the helm.
Psionic trick, though, if I'm remembering correctly. What you got? What you got? Hmm?
This is your end.
Look, I know I'm short, but am I really an abomination?
Your head
Damn.
drops and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes. Oh. My head. What is this? Skvar. You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive.
I think it was a thrall.
We carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, mind flayers.
Oh, what do you suggest?
First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. As for that thing, it will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It may be of use in the fight to come.
That's hilarious. Alright.
You've made a grave mistake.
Let my name be known. You proved surprisingly adequate in battle.
Hello.
To the helm.
How you doing, boss? Little man syndrome's gonna be real with mine. Imagine you're a monster and getting your butt kicked by a brain dog. Imagine like you're this towering monstrosity and you get your butt kicked by a gnome. I know.
It's too late.
I'm playing as a deep gnome. Little man syndrome's gonna be real with this dude. Oh, for context about how small he is, that's an intellect devourer, dude. Standing on his hind legs, he'd be about as tall as me. Half the size, twice the strength. Yeah.
Geich machinery. I can make no sense of it.
You say that, but we'll test that. We'll test that later.
Another mystery. Can't read this script.
Because I know Githyanki have. It is a. And it's an intelligence throw for this. What's the first character you made when you first played D&D? When I played D&D for the first time, my first campaign that I ever ran was a. What was that? It was a. It was a rogue. It was a rogue paladin.
Cannot make this out. Arcane sigil. What might it mean? Sigil I cannot make sense of.
Well, you were right. You can't make sense of nothing.
These things have stayed interesting.
It's a.
Another mystery.
energy radiates from the prisoners, but they do not react.
I don't know what I did there, but
Action, not reaction.
I'll move you here. You here. Like that. Yeah, I was a concept of ice was nice. Yeah, I was a kobold. I was a kobold for my rogue paladin.
Another fight. Let's go. Another day, another fight.
Oh, come on. Thought you could dodge the first hit, but I got more.
Swift and lethal.
Why do you have a candle on you? Broke their minds like Acheron with blacks. Wouldn't go that far. If you were reincarnated in D&D, what would you be class and what would you look like? If I was in D&D,
Nothing looks familiar.
I would probably be. I'd probably be a variant human stars druid.
Try that contraption next to the pod. They did something to it when they sealed me in.
Variant human stars druid.
Please!
The console appears dormant. The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first, but then you spy an empty socket. Nothing. The console remains dormant.
Whatever fits in that socket must power this thing.
Oh, you.
How many hosts of this gate infected? Dazed woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you.
Could mean anything.
Eager for battle. A mystery, even to me.
As you place your hand on the pod, you hear something. A presence connected to the pod, commanding the person inside to change.
Eh? Yeah, that is a good concept. I could just imagine it just being having the heavy armor while still being fast enough to traverse a battlefield. I've always just liked Druid. Me and a group of friends of mine had a whole conversation about this, about like what classes we'd be in D&D, and one of my buddies was saying, if you have to think about why you're a druid, you're not the druid. Because you know you're a druid the moment you just accept the fact that you would change into a bear, run in, and attack for no reason, or use the bear to just kind of get around. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. What the... Let's see if this works now.
The console appears dormant. The console hums to life. What is its purpose? Will it free the captive or transform her like that other unfortunate?
Be if the armor titan had the speed and agility of a jar cart titan. Yeesh! I can imagine that actually.
The pulsing glow and organic lines of the device make it seem more like a beating heart than a machine. This device is different from the one that caused the other captive to transform. Perhaps it will open the nearby pod. Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. A parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
Yeah, I will certainly try.
You feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command and yield to it. A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
Yo, Adrian! I did it!
At last. Thought I was done for.
Imagine one of your D&D skills. Google or
Dancing was going to
spells.
be my coffin.
You can make powerful spells, but they have to be most stupid thing you can imagine. Like balls of steel or instant
Because you have a gift with you.
Dangerous company.
Oh, you'd have to have one heck of an imagination for that, because a lot of people have just the craziest random thoughts. I could imagine that being like a wild magic barbarian or a wild magic sorcerer, just going in, just doing the most chaotic stuff for no reason. The fact that it's pure chaos.
Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way. I did. It must be because of those parasites they put in us. But that'll have to wait.
She
Are we going to
did.
help each other or not?
So little wizard. Yeah.
Faint images appear in your mind. A brain, a Githyanki warrior, and centuries of darkness.
Alright, let's get in through here. No reason, just do all that. Oh,
My faith.
wait a minute. Let's change out your Shield of Faith for command. Just in case. Just imagine the barbarian and the mage being best friends, and the barbarian just, hey, cast that on me, bro. And the magic just balls of steel on the barbarian.
We are nearing the helm.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Do as I say. Who put you in charge?
The possibilities of that type of arrangement would be hilarious.
Chain yank.
I'm sure I can make do with what I got. Time. home campaign and I made one of my players fight the bag man, but with a twist. Give him a magic bag that gives me
Do
different
it.
magic
We
items.
will deal with the gate after we escape.
Yeah,
Connect the nerves.
I couldn't run a D&D campaign. I don't have the patience to deal with people like that.
We need to get out of here now.
One punch! Basically, it was Santa Claus. No, 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 no!
Victory awaits. Taste my fury.
Ooh, that scared me for a moment. I thought that thing was gonna hit me.
Let's finish this. Got to move.
Yeah, it was basically Santa Claus, but in a forest of unknown horrors where there was bags scattered around the lower area of the forest. I could. I'ma do it. That might have not have been the best idea. It got rid of the... It got rid of the dude, though.
Time to strike. This is your end. Talk to me.
Might not have been the best idea to just blow up the container next to the imp. I am surprised that worked. You ever watched Prey? It was a Predator movie. I've watched the Predator movies, but I don't recall a movie Prey it was the Predator.
Ignore the devil. We must take the transponder. Swift and lethal. Got to focus.
Let's see if I can do this. If not, I'll remember a movie. Ah! I did! Oh, the doggo is... Yeah, the doggo is angry. Prey was sort of a new Predator movie where Predator used his surroundings to make his weapons. And bro had a skull as his mask. I remember the skull that was a mask, but I've just haven't heard of it. What are you...
On the move. To concentrate. Bleed for me.
Hell, that ain't much bleeding.
Hope your soul is in good hands.
Time to strike. My path be true. I'm ready. On the move.
Now it's time
Swift as my feet can carry me.
I get us the hell out of here. I'll leave you there. Imagine if there was a glitch where you could just T-pose and fight when the enemies see you, they just run away because you're flying T-pose. That would be funny. Yep. It was worth a shot. But I got his weapon, so. I got his weapon, so it's all good.
Damn these imps. I need to reach them.
The helm's alien transponder. You made it in time.
Hey, what the hell, man? I'm trying to get out of here. Well, I did it. Right. How insane would it be if Monster vs. Godzilla could do a flying drop kick from shows? Oh, that would be hilarious if if the MonsterVerse Godzilla could do a flying drop kick. That would be hilarious. It would be hilarious. I just seeing this massive Titan run in, just drop kick, and I. Eh. At least I know I'm not gonna go splat on the ground this time.
As you wake, the tadpole squirms in your
Indeed.
stomach. The chaos of the crash site confuses the landscape. You need to find a settlement or landmark, and you'll need to do it quickly. The tadpole is a death sentence, and the clock is ticking. You need a cure.
Alright, let's see here. He's dead, he won't need it anymore.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is
Imagine
this possible?
you're making a party, fight a weak monster, but it suddenly fights like a boss battle. You think it's something small, but it turns out to be a Tarask.
I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing. No, I don't recognize this place. But anything's an improvement on where we just came from. First things first, we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
You might
Happened
want
to think
to
it's Yankee.
consider calling her a friend. Looks like she ran off without us. We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company.
The moment, why do I hear boss music? Yeah. Let's get moving.
One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
Ooh, I was able to level up from that.
To do.
Imagine if there was a monster that mimics dangerous monsters. Like imagine a false Tarask. Couldn't that just be a regular mimic? I mean, mimics take the form of objects, right? They could take the form of houses, treasure chests, appliances. Who's to say they couldn't mimic people too? At least that's my interpretation of a mimic. Alright, let's start jumping into the... like a false Hydra concept. I can imagine that. Alright, so I won't need Shillelagh. Because I'm not using a weapon. So I'll go guidance. Go. Mimic level 3. We'll go healing word, long strider, speak with animals. Kind of debating whether I want to do fairy fire, thunder wave, or ice knife. I could use a distance spell, something to hit from a distance. An ice knife would be a good spell to have for this moment. Thunder wave would be good for if enemies got too close and I needed to push them away, but it has a dexterity saving throw. But this can be cast while silenced. Fairy fire gives me advantage. Imagine having a mimic pet. Here you go, mimic. You could have this cheeseburger. Alright, I'm gonna go ice knife. Having it. No, I'm gonna go thunder wave. I want to rearrange your spells a bit. Give you sanctuary and bless. The problem is he mimics the cheeseburger and then you eat. Now at that point the cheeseburger fights back. It's all fun and games until your food fights back. Alright. Now I've got about average movement speed for a gnome. Slap in the face from the cheese.
Work to do.
Turn that on.
Right, what now?
You won't need that anymore.
Fresh water. There must be a settlement somewhere nearby.
I love how the book's called Shanties for the Bitch Queen. Like they were forced to write it so they were as cruel as possible.
Won't get that open easily. Maybe there's another entrance.
chief was.
I'ma just give this stuff to Shadowheart. Let her carry this. Cause I won't need any of this. Unlocked a new skill. What will it be? Random cheese slap. When it hits someone, it hits like a mace or warlock. I cast Eldritch cheese slap. That's that's hilarious. I'd love that concept. Oh, I don't need to use the scroll of Revivify. It's why I like prepared casters. You can always have something on hand. Does the master have a cheeseburger? Does the caster have a cheeseburger? Unfortunately not.
Glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
You ever watched a movie called... like the fuck boom because it went like a meme to Warser. You ever watched a Skibbity Toilet? Not what other people make it, the original made by the fuck boom. Because it went like meme to Wars. I didn't even know there was such a movie. So no, I haven't seen it. Who are you?
Just your average traveler stuck
Or I
between
cast
realms.
Cheese Touch. I could turn people to cheese like Midas Touch. Flesh to cheese. I didn't even know there was such a movie. So no, I haven't seen it.
Whatever you're doing is working wonders. Now, a quick little pull should do the trick.
Put salt on the wound. I cast rat and mouse.
Hello.
Mouse. I summon an army of rats and mouse.
Apologies.
Oh, that's evil.
A bit shocked, but friend, it's a relief and a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Nautiloid as well.
Yeah, never mind the Nautiloid. How'd you get in that
what
stuff?
transpired exactly, but the ship broke into pieces and I suddenly found myself in freefall. I was plummeting to
Let the
certain death, a spine
cheeseburger mimic
limp.
fight against a
No
rat
underestimated
army.
my body to impact with less than
That would be
savoury
one hell of a
propulsion.
campaign
Recognizing
story.
the schematic
Like the
magic in
DM,
nature, I
you come across
reached
a
out to it
fight
with a
between a
weasel and bird
cheeseburger
and
mimic
found myself
and
on
an
the other
army of
side,
rats.
as it were. How about you?
Your party stands in bewilderment at the sight before them. Cheeseburger mimic fight against a rat army. That would be one hell
Fair
of a
enough.
campaign
But
story.
even so, I have the unfortunate suspicion your survival is still very much in jeopardy. Back on the ship, you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insursion in the ocular region. Were you not? No sugarcoating it, is there? The insertee we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as ceramorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you?
you watch with popcorn.
Surgeon. Uncannily adroit with a missing medal.
You seem to be in a position to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them.
Get to the basic wounds and ailments, but alien parasites, I'm afraid
Established
not.
few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together? Most excellent. Parasite shared is a parasite halved, or something to that effect. Oh, but before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
Made a weird species that literally slime in metal suits. I call them combustion swarm, and they have different forms on. Is a helmet shaped like a bomb, and one can literally hound onto you and go boom. Hold on to you and go boom. That's actually really cool.
Yes?
I can actually picture something like that. That just makes slimes all the more dangerous. Because you gotta watch out. Like, you never know what's coming your way. That's actually really cool. That just makes slimes all the more dangerous. You gotta watch out. Like, you never know
Let's
what's
see.
coming your way. Alright, so that should hold over for that. Cast Longstrider on you. Imagine if a tamer made an army of those. I can actually imagine. I can actually be in it something that a Beastmaster Ranger would do. Like, you'd have your natural animal companions, and then you just have your slime companion that can take over. That can take over armor. That would be really cool. I do. Yeah, my Discord link is in the most recent video up on my channel, which is the ending to my From Finality to Origin stories.
A mind flayer. It's hurt.
That thing's bound to be dangerous, even if injured. Let's be careful.
approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion.
There'll be more there'll be more Honkai based stories coming in the future. I have plenty more coming, and you're actually aware of that one.
Yes, you feel hate, and you deserve to be punished for it. You should be whipped, made to bow before this creature in shame.
What?
It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it, but then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere. The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
Imagine being a mind flayer being curb stomped by a gnome. That would be. Player wanted to make a cape from an inferno bird. They were attacked by a swarm, and some would fly like helicopters, and the player had a mech. Their mech saved them. So what, was the player playing as an artificer or something? That's the only ones that I would know have something like that. Ouch. Not any gnome. A monk druid gnome. This gnome, by level 3, will be incredibly dangerous. Yeah, artificers are the only ones that I know that would have a mech of that caliber.
You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
This gnome, by level 3, will be incredibly dangerous.
There. Can you see it?
Well, let me look.
Shh.
Oh shit.
Not a sound. Not if you want to keep that darling neck of yours. And you, keep your distance. No need for this to get messy.
Couldn't agree more. But
Shouldn't have jacked gnome and he just folds you like a pretzel. Exactly. That's exactly what this will be by the end of it. Like, you see this gnome and you think nothing of him. You see no weapons. You see no armor. You just see him and his hands. And a glare of intention. You're not going to think much of him until he just folds you like a pretzel.
Tentacle freaks. Did to me. Don't light him.
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling.
You don't even know where this gnome came from because he's an under gnome.
Fades to the worm, the light, the fear.
Oh dear God! A barbarian gnome scares the hell out of me. That scares me even more because a gnome holding Guts' Demon Slayer sword, that's... Oh dear God. Oh dear God. A barbarian gnome scares the hell out of me.
You're not one of them.
That scares me even more because a gnome holding
They took you,
Guts' Demon Slayer
just the same as me.
Oh dear God.
And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your image. Apologies.
Or a gnome with Sungjin wounds, Shadow Army. Oh dear God, that's even worse. In a moment, he is taking care of a garden. The other, he is ripping and tearing until it is done. Right.
A kindred spirit. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
Oh dear God, that's even
My, you've been busy. So, did you learn anything about these worms while wandering the ship? Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time. Well, yes, of course. But first things first.
You keep moving, but you can shelter at my camp.
I was ready to go this alone. But maybe sticking with the herd isn't a bad idea. Safety in numbers, after all. And I hate to turn down an invitation. All right. Maybe I'll see you there. Good luck.
Or imagine a gnome that has 3 bouncing bomb heads, and they can multiply into 3 more, and has an army of bouncing bomb heads. I see that actually being an Iron Hand gnome. Like, an Iron Hand gnome artificer. Like, it would be one hell of a combination. Let me see here. Hey.
Starion's an interesting find. Let's hope any future acquaintances don't hold a blade to your throat by way of introduction. There's no story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it. Must we? No harm in a little mystery, don't you think? Thank you. I'm sure we'll get along perfectly well.
Another joins our merry band. We'll need to keep our wits sharp around him, I think. Let's see. I hail from Waterdeep, city of splendors. I am a wizard of considerable acclaim and scholar of exceptional accomplishment. I have a library and a weakness for a good glass of wine. And if the mood takes me, I'm known to try my hand at poetry. There. Didn't that paint enough
Imagine
of
a
a
gnome with an astral toilet. Toilet speed, like their speed for normal creatures, would be like there's nothing there, and then you see a gnome in front of you. That's truly terrifying, especially with how, like, the gnome's stunted movement speed because of their them being a short race. That would be just outright dangerous.
Away! Away! You're all the same. Too many of my kind died because of your spears, but not me!
It happened the other way. The other way, a tank gnome that is so heavy that they can't really protect anything. They're so heavy, their movement speed is cut even shorter. So instead of moving a 7.5 base movement speed, they're moving at 2 meters per round.
Deep grooves in the mud around that rock.
Can't afford to stay idle.
So they'll never be at the battlefield in time either.
No one's stopped me yet.
For the Astro Toilet, they have a plasma cannon, claw arms, and can catch energy attacks, and have gravity hold, or even an energy ball that makes a small explosion with powerful shockwaves. That's terrifying. Short, they run to protect someone from an arrow, and it passes right on top of them and hits the person behind. Oh, ow. Yeah, I did that.
Better stay back. One strike could be lethal.
Well, this isn't gonna work. I think I'll just let you guys come to me. First astral toilet that appeared was a skibbity toilet. And at the time it was named UFO toilet, but its name was Assailant astral toilet, and to make it worse, he's a low-ranked astral toilet. That's a interesting concept to say the least. Well, that was... Yes, come to your demise. Gnome that can summon titan monsters and giants. My gnome should be able to finish this. I was wrong. I was so wrong.
Need to stay focused. You fight well. Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
No time to rest.
My wizard almost died of 1d4 bludgeoning damage. I need to find a way to make him tankier. They're at least so powerful that it don't matter what his AC is. Let's see. Skibbity Toilet watch the seasons and the new episode, full episode. They hold secret scene. So they're basically trying to pull a Marvel in the credit scene to make sure people watch it all the way through.
Must have been here a while. Another broken trap. Who made these things?
So they're basically trying to pull a Marvel in the credit scene. Of course they are.
One of them
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad, twice as ugly.
The thing
Damn.
is dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
Your words flow to her, though you never speak them aloud.
I know what grows inside you, and I know of a cure.
Remember how keen she was to leave me to die in the Nautiloid? We can't trust her.
Let's go with the deception option here. Yeah, that's actually in the nature of all Githyanki. They're trained as warriors from the moment they hatch.
He's right. Let's go. We need to check out that blast. You didn't hear it. Shook our camp good, so we came for a look.
Yeah, that's actually in the nature of all Githyanki. They're trained as warriors from the moment they hatch.
Northwest. Look for Nettie. Whatever your wound, she can mend it.
And be careful.
Yes,
There are
Githyanki
goblins
hatch from eggs.
everywhere.
Nymessa, come.
They reproduce like any other human,
Enough.
but
Get me down.
they do lay eggs and they hatch. They have a designated person who is known for birthing the generations of Githyanki. Their lore is all sorts of twisted. Say please.
Never. The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we
Yeah,
wait, the
their
more
lore
consumed.
is
My people possess the cure for this
different.
infection. I must find a creche. You will
Githyanki are
Careful.
they're one of the more
She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take
aggressive yet fucked up stories.
It is many things. A hatchery, a training grounds, a shelter.
Githyanki protocol is clear. When infected with a Gaith tadpole, we must report to Augustil for purification.
You may as well suggest a wyvern bow to worms. The cure I offer will suffice as thanks. You have made an ally from Kresh Kalir. You know such fortune. Call me Lae'zel.
I'll trust your judgment, but I won't trust her. Not until I've gotten the measure of her.
You've a sharp tongue, elf. Would that your mind proved its equal.
Half elf. I suppose the finer details are lost on a creature like you.
Come. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp.
Well,
One day,
damn.
This Zoru has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. We will ask this Zoru where he has seen my kin. Assume nothing.
Let's turn on her.
Maggots will be done.
Let's level up her.
I've got a long road ahead.
Fight in a battlefield in D&D. A death march, fighter lich, or a berserker Ignis the Blooded Knight. Oh. That... I don't know. Because on one hand you have a death march led by a fighter lich, and then you have a berserker. You have the berserker Igris the Blooded Knight. Already, that's a dangerous battlefield combination. I couldn't tell you. Grave robbers.
Best be on my way.
Time to use one of the potions of speed.
Ready.
Those two are dead.
Onward.
Taking position.
Battle of wits. Indeed.
Oh. The Death March is a fighter lich. When it kills a worthy fighter, they become one of his phylactery. And when he does, he uses one of the soldiers to reform himself. Also was made by Pointy Hat. Yeah, that's why it's really difficult for me to choose, because you have, on one hand, you have a sustainable fighter who can use everyone to his advantage, and then while also having a berserker who's so angry at the world that he literally becomes a tank in his own right. Get that to Gil. Get that to Gil. Give that to Gil. Let me make sure I give all those to Gil. I did. My armor class is 16 currently. That's fine. That's a good armor class for level 2.
Something over there.
What's that?
Snugglebook! Everything all right out there?
Still can't wrap my head around the laying egg. Yeah, they lay eggs, brother. They lay eggs. Oh, and that 20. Oh shit.
You're dead!
Yeah, they lay eggs, brother. They lay eggs. That 20. Oh shit.
I will ascend.
Let's end this.
Death is but a word away.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. I know.
No more prayers. I'm exhausted. Better find somewhere to camp soon.
Who are those prayers for? Normally the patron god is obvious. Not here.
I remember the 200. Party fighting the Demon Lord. The Bard you seduce Rosin at 20. The Demon Lord falls in love with you. You see, that is so... You see, that is so common that as a DM, I'm sorry, if you want to pull some stuff like that, I'm gonna give him exactly what he wanted. Congratulations. The Demon Lord has fallen in love with you to the point that he has become obsessed. Your entire party has been wiped from existence, and only you and him remain. I'm sorry, if you want to pull some stuff like that, I'm gonna give him exactly what he wanted. Congratulations.
What's next?
Fallen in love with you.
Quite ready for you.
Become obsessed. Your entire party has been wiped
Eager for
from
battle.
existence, and only you and
Looking
him
ahead.
remain. But that he will wipe out the world so both of you will be forever alone. No one else. Exactly. You wanted to seduce the Demon Lord, you got him.
What do I have to lose?
But he had became a yandere because of that nat 20. Oh, you cocksucker. Forever alone. No one else. Exactly. You wanted to seduce the Demon Lord, you got him. But he had became a yandere because of that nat 20.
Onward.
moving.
Now the world ends because the bard could not only hold back his urges, mission failed successfully. Yeah.
I will not know failure.
Or having a skill called boil and cool. This skill makes you able to boil your sweat, and you're able to burn your enemies, and you can freeze your sweat and make ice gauntlet or boil or freeze an energy. Isn't that basically the same as flame shield chill and flame chilled fire? Isn't that basically the same concept?
The lesson is death.
Can't give up. Fall, damn you.
I will ascend.
Oh, boil or freeze your enemies from the inside. You can make someone's skin boil. If you wanted to be cruel. Yeah, it definitely would be being cruel to them at that point.
More than prepared.
Oh, boil or freeze your enemies from the inside. If you wanted to be cruel. Yeah, it definitely would be being cruel to them at that point. Just imagine you make someone's sweat boil and so the person sweat even more because of how hot it is, and more sweat will be produced. It's a vivacious circle. Now that I think about it, it's also the same concept as that level 2 druid spell, that allows you to, it's a concentration spell that allows you to basically set a person's armor on fire, making their weapons and armor so hot that it literally becomes unbearable to hold. It deals fire damage every turn you're concentrating on it as well. I can't remember the name for the life of me.
No lock, no handle. How does it open?
But you would say the spell melts the armor, making it fuse with the person, making it impossible to take off unless you pull skin and flesh out as well. I mean, in concept, that can happen. But Did I?
No lock, no handle.
Yeah, I did
How
that.
does it open?
Congrats, you have been iron masked. Yeah. Yeah. In a sense, yeah. I cast balls of steel. Step to it. I can lift up to a ton. I cast. Yeah. Should have never said anything at all. Because it'll always make it worse.
That's curious.
Should have never said anything at all. It'll always make it worse.
This place wasn't built for the living. Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Nasty surprise. Caution is warranted.
Oh, that's scary. That's terrifying. So many failed perception rolls. Have you seen the new Five Nights at Freddy's versus yourself? So, I have not. Oh, that's scary. That's terrifying. So many failed perception rolls. I have not.
Trap. Be cautious. Watch how you go. There's a trap. Strange coin. I wonder what it's worth. Be wary. This place is trapped.
A trap.
There's a scene where it has lyrics and it was the best part of the song. Huh. Oh, seems like he knows it. I'll have to check it out then. Wait a minute, hold on. Send to camp. Grab that. I'll have to check it out then. I'll check it out. I'll check it out here after a while. Here after a while, once I get off here.
But no sign of a struggle.
I wonder what was so subversive about their words that they commanded protection.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out here after a while. Here after a while, once I get off here. That is Shadowheart.
What could a book contain that requires it to be bound with chains?
Would you ever make a reaction stream? That is a little harder to do for me since I use my phone for a lot of things. I have this linked up to my PlayStation, so it'd be easier this way. I'd have to figure it all out, and that could take a bit of time for me. I'm not very tech savvy at all. Since I use my phone for a lot of things, I have this linked up to my PlayStation, so it'd be easier this way. I'd have to figure it all out, and that could take a bit of time. I'm not very tech savvy at all. Gil, get your scrawny ass over here.
This book is far lighter than it should be with such a massive lock.
I've seen it, but I didn't watch it. I've seen it come up in my recommendations, but I haven't watched it. I heard it's good, though.
A loose page comes with it. Magic pulses from the parchment. What was once script is now an obliterated scrawl. You have a sense these are names, a list. But of what? Gods. These are the names of gods, once lost but now restored after the Second Sundering. The last three names in this book sit close together, but are so devastated by the scroll as to be unreadable. Entire pantheons have dwindled and been reborn, silently recorded by this book.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Oh, ha ha. Funny. The bull on the red flag.
That's Jurgle, scribe of the dead. I didn't think anyone still worshipped him. What's that?
The bull on the red flag.
Which way to the nearest library?
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
Jesus.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
That's fair.
My path be true.
Need to act fast. On my way.
The witching hour.
On my way.
On the move.
No choice but to keep going. I'll strike you down.
What's the plan?
Allow me to demonstrate. To surrender their valuables, even after death.
Let's have a look at the loot. It isn't for your pockets only.
A lot of effort to hide one sarcophagus.
Here lies the guardian of tombs. Through knowledge comes atonement.
So he has spoken, and so thou standest before me. Right, as always. What a curious way to awaken. Now, I have a question for thee. What is the worth of a single mortal's life? Curiosity. Nothing more. Wilt thou answer my question? So, I ask again, what is the worth of a single mortal life? In death, that is so. Very well. I am satisfied. We have met, and I know thy face. We will see each other again at the proper time
That would
and
DM me on
place.
Discord and give the drawing of the concept
Farewell.
monsters I met. Sounds like a plan, boss.
Lae'zel has a dangerous look in her eyes.
Chatter already. I understand much beyond your comprehension. More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a creche. You do well to observe more and question less. Yes, in great detail. It starts with a fever and memory loss. Then you start to hallucinate. Your hair falls out, and you bleed from every orifice. Your bones will change form. Your jaw will split to allow room for 4 great tentacles. All skin will turn to gore and be shed to reveal new flesh underneath. Then you have ceased to exist, and a mind flayer is born. Words forged in steel. May your actions express the same metal. We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite. It's as simple as that. The first symptoms should have long since started, though.
Hmm.
That is what puzzles me. Yes, if you give it no further thought. But anomalies lead to surprises. Bad surprises. Besides, what hasn't happened may yet come to pass.
Alright, time to get out of this tomb. How much gold do I got anyway?
I'll be keeping an eye on you. Understand?
If I choose to kill you, you will not even see it.
Hmm. My first try being DM, I made a species that I call Shadow Spawn. The Dark Lord wanted to rule the overworld, or the world of light and earth, and was banished to the Omnivoid.
I
Damn!
wonder what the next move is.
Actually, hold up. I don't want to start with Shadowheart on this one. Let me get my Everburn Blade on her.
Ah, another. Thy name, I shall be here in thy camp, for whenever thou hast a mending of the threads between life and death. Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body once more. A matter of coin. As thou desire.
Keep great weapon fighting on you. Drop intelligence for that.
I applaud your taste.
Up, I shall be here in thy camp. As thou did.
I need to change the stats of each of my companions here. We'll go one long range, one close range, and then we'll go with minor illusion, I guess. Go. I think that's enough. Investigation and insight. Now we'll do Shadowheart.
Ah, another.
Fireball on the mage.
Thy name has
Dude, that's a
been
given.
recorded.
The wizard has to
I
have
shall be
fireball.
here in thy camp, for whenever thou hast need of my services. As thou desires.
Alright, Shadowheart, let's get you situated. But we're starting you out with a different class. We're starting you out rogue. Drop your intelligence and charisma. 16 wisdom, 16 dexterity. Let's see. $16, $14, $16. The Omnivoid was a concept, like it's below the Abbeys, like the void of the Abbeys. It made sense. Alright, Ooh, I just got an interesting idea. Hang on, I need to... I think I might leave it like is, but let me check something. Yeah, I think I'll do it like this. We'll go acrobat. We'll go perception. Acrobatic, sleight of hand, and stealth. So sleight of hand and stealth being the expertise.
Let's get on with it.
How insane would it be to cast Summon Summoner? Wait, what? And that Summoner does the same until you have 40 summoners and they summon knights to attack. That would be pretty cool. Okay, this isn't gonna work. Come back here.
Although thou dost not see as the...
Yeah, I do need it. I'm going to want at least medium armor. So I'll start with cleric with my trickery domain. $17, $15, $16. And we'll go with this. We'll keep your history and medicine. Medicine.
What am I to do?
Now let's start leveling. It does the same until you have like 40 summoners and they summon knights. If you had to pick an ultimate alien ability from the intellect of that one tiny little alien. Yeah. Why can't I get... It's fine. Sleight of hand is pickpocket anyway. Pickpocket and lockpick anyway. No, evocation. Let's see. For the evocation spells here, we'll just go... One to 100. How did they nerf? I mean, I haven't seen the reboot.
Unseen. Perfect. In and out like a ghost. Simply begging to be robbed. Unseen.
I will do it until I get it.
A gentle touch pays off.
Because this dude doesn't care that you steal from him.
Oh, it's too easy. It pays to be light-fingered.
He doesn't care that you steal from him. Because I'm getting my gold back. Now I have sneak attack, right? Yeah.
Let's get going.
Alien X got captured by Lego from blocks. Was based on a 10-year-old heartbeat and was damaged by forearms. And it seems like Alien X got one hell of a nerf. Seemed like they nerfed the hell out of him. Cause wasn't Alien X supposed to be like the supreme alien or something like that? The all-powerful? And it seems like Alien X got one hell of a nerf. Seems like they nerfed the hell out of him. Cause wasn't Alien X supposed to be like the supreme alien or something like that? The all-powerful?
Go to hell. Ha! You're a good sport. Go to hell. An everyday expression. So trivial it's almost meaningless. But we've seen hell. It's real. It isn't trivial. Devils, dragons, mind flayers. They used to be abstracts. Pictures on a piece of paper. What a difference a day makes. Now we have tadpoles slithering through our heads like carnivorous feti. That's not abstract. This ballet of flames invites reflection. But you're right. Let's be up with the lark. Find a healer before the wee one gets hungry.
Your magician seems dour tonight. Must not relish the idea of sprouting tentacles. Understandable. Can't say I'm a fan either. It's just hard to join in when all of this feels so new. The night normally means bustling streets, bursting taverns. Curling up in the dirt and resting is, a little novel. No. Tea isn't really my drink. I'll be awake a while anyway. I need some time to think things through.
Only one of your players had time control and he made everything go slow motion. The music played, the sweet dreams. I've actually heard of that. I've seen a video on YouTube the other day of a person who had a person who took the Time Wizard subclass in her campaign, and she had made time magic basically forbidden to use. And the DM had her Time Wizard roll a d20, and when she failed that roll, she aged like 8 years or something, because it was like the cost of using time magic.
The pleasure is all mine. Sweet dreams.
Doing the rounds, are you? You'd better get some rest. What were you two talking about? You and Gale. I'd be careful with Gale. He's a wizard. All they care about is power. Let's hope we rapidly find a healer.
You seem reliable. I think you know how important it is that we find someone who can cure us. Best if we focus on that.
Good. We might even get lucky and find one right away. As I see it, we're overdue some good fortune. Rest well.
I'll go ahead and give these to Shadowheart. Wait, what?
A monster forms inside us, yet you waste time with idle chatter.
I'm gonna look around the camp, see what I can find. Gold! Bottle of waters. Crit Crab, he talks about D&D stories from people and talks about what they had. They had. No, I have not. I've not watched Crit Crab.
No, I have not.
So, Gith, aren't you worried your kind will punish you for consorting with us?
Hmm.
My name is Lae'zel Chucky, and my kin understand my need for servants. Help you, but only if I ask.
You have my attention.
What's his AC now? 15. Now, didn't you? You seen a video on YouTube where let's give it a gun. Oh no, but I'm definitely checking that out. I have not, but I'm definitely checking that out now. Alright,
No, never mind.
Do you think your kin search for you, Lae'zel?
I know they do not. It is my responsibility to cleanse myself.
They pursued the Nautiloid. Perhaps they were trying to free you.
A vain notion. I am one of many, and will not be a burden to my queen.
it's called Go Do a Crime. For inversion. Oh, I'm checking that out.
And yet another. Hardly the warmest of welcomes. Are they all like this? I hear shouting up ahead.
We should check it out, but be careful.
So there's a high rise and a low rise. So it's a choice between the high ground or the low ground. I think we all know which choice is the most advantageous. You've got to go with the high ground, Anakin. You've got to go with the high ground, Anakin.
Open the bloody gates! Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders! That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gates, Zevlor, now! You let goblins here? Where is the druid? Please, there's no time.
Anakin thought he knew better.
The nine hells! Open the gates!
Damnable roach! Provoke the blade and suffer its sting.
Dude probably thought he was badass for that.
Scout! Get to the high ground! Raiders! Charge the bastards! For the absolute!
Imagine a player had a skill called Flash, where they release a very bright light from their body, like there's human flashbang. That's actually pretty cool.
Have to keep going.
Oh no, I need to update my
Time to push my luck again. Here we go again.
One punch!
I am fury. I am death. What lies within?
One punch gnome! That's hilarious. Hopefully by the end of this, by the point I get to level 3, I can get to that point where I'm the one punch gnome.
Make way.
Mistra will. Don't get too close.
Alright, Gil. I'll post you here. We'll go thunder damage. No!
My sickle and sword! Down!
Good, good. Been thunderstruck. Not quite, unfortunately.
breathing, despite everything.
Victory awaits.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Taking position.
Tale for the ages. Checkmate. Take this!
Now that's what I call owning the enemy. Oh, come on. You could have done better than that.
That was the last of them. It's open the gate! Where is that bastard?
They were tenacious. I wonder what they wanted here, other than bloodshed.
Or imagine a fighting monster that used to be a coward. When he was about to die, when he is going to fight the party, he fights and has the will for the fight and refuse to die. That's an interesting concept. Kind of like the cowardly lion, gaining the spirit to fight. I'd imagine it more as like a tabaxi fighter. I don't know why I gave that to Gale. Oh well.
Kind of like the cowardly lion. Gaining the spirit to fight. I'd imagine it more as like a tabaxi fighter. I don't know why I gave that to Gale. Oh well.
That doesn't count. So it won't impede my unarmored defense. But you know what? Hold on. Oh, it has to be with a weapon attack. So I'll just give it to Shadowheart.
I'm ready, whatever it takes.
It has to be with a weapon attack. Let's level up. Like he's on the brink of death and he goes, I will survive. Uses a skill to distract the party and escape. It's definitely a good concept. Let's see, okay. Circle of the Spores. This is the necrotic... Oh. The necrotic, druid. So, I'll get my ice knife here. We'll go. Sanctuary and bless. Alright, we'll go Rays of Fire and Misty Step. There we go. Battlemaster, Eldritch. Going Battlemaster. Trip attack. Disarming attack. Sweeping attack. What do you think of Mr. Freeze as a character from DC? Mr. Freeze he's an underrated character. I like Mr. Freeze. He was my favorite. Definitely not the best. Definitely not, like, the most powerful, but he's definitely the one who has the most character to him.
Underrated character. I like Mr. Freeze. He was my favorite.
Alright, so here's the cool part about my monk now. Now that I've got symbiotic entity from my druid, all my punches deal 5 to 13 damage. Let me see if I can't show you why. Here it is. I'm doing 5 to 13 damage, 1d4 plus 3 bludgeoning, and 1d6 necrotic. That's on all my strikes now. Whether I use a weapon or not, I'm dealing necrotic damage on top of physical damage. And my flurry of blows does 10 to 26 damage. My arrows do 5 to 15. Do you think what happened? Mr. Freeze was in Marvel. I feel like he would have a very fucked up situation. I also get Bone Chill as a cantrip. I can also change into animals if I want, but this is kind of like a sub part of it, because all druids can wild shape. I get another necrotic base strike with Halo of Spores on top of all my druid spells that I have here. But a lot of the druid spells, other than 2, are utility. I only have like 3 spells that I can really use to attack with, or 4 that I can use to attack with, 5, because this is a reaction. Come on, open up. Wait. Why is she's encumbered? Imagine a Beast Boy gnome, like, being able to turn into any animal that he can in the comics. That would just be going pure Moon Druid at that point. Because, I mean, Moon Druids have the capabilities at level 10 to turn into a dinosaur. At level 8, they can turn into a saber-toothed tiger. they're basically Beast Boy if you go pure Moon Druid.
Because, I mean, Moon Druids have the capabilities at level 10.
We lost him back at the ruins. Whole place is crawling with gobos.
He trusted you.
Nobody forced him to go with us. He insisted. And when things got tough, he couldn't keep up. Simple as that.
My God, you're a coward.
The human's eye twitches. He's about to blow.
Please. Oh, no. I've got inspiration that I can use. I didn't want to use it, but I did.
You're right. There's too much at stake.
Worried about your precious hides. The both of you.
Enough! Squabbling is pointless. The goblins have found us.
At least we agree on that.
More goblins could be on their way.
I'm worried about this parasite than a few goblins.
Time to pack.
We need a healer.
Forgive that display. Aradin's a blowhard, but that's no cause for me to join him. Thank you for your help out there. I'm Zevlor. Well met. I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The druids...
Yeah, I've seen Primal.
This attack will only strengthen their resolve.
Yeah, exactly. It was the human who brought the goblins to them.
There have been several attacks by different monsters. The druids blame us outsiders for drawing them here. Nobody's welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters. I've tried. Korga, their new first druid, won't even see me. You, though... I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
I think you should. Yes. No harm in trying the diplomatic route.
We'd owe you a great debt. If we're forced to leave now, we won't make it to the city. You'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense before more lives are lost.
Oh no, I know him. What will I ever do? Punches him in his private. You know, on my very first playthrough of this game, when I first got it, I was playing a bard. I was playing my bard warlock character, and there was a gnome who you can ask what would he do if his best friend was dead, and he said I would be most upset, and I would find the person who killed him and place a rune powder bomb in their trousers.
Glad you made it inside. Doubt we'll be safe here for long, though. There'll be more coming. Goblins hunting packs. A few goblins. Felt like a lot more to me. So yes, I'm scared. And I'm not ashamed of that.
You should be. You're far taller than the goblins. You could probably smack a goblin and kill him.
You bow, or you break. My faith will protect me. Down with you.
A dull moment.
Critical miss. Now let's start making my way up there.
Tempest I will raise.
Can't afford to let up.
You have good timing.
Kick the
Never
goblin
been
in the
much of a
face.
fighter, so
That's
wrestling
why
a
you need
bugbear
balls
would
of
have
steel.
gone
Just kick the goblin in the
poorly.
face.
But you're
You
not
have a
here for
teleport
heroics,
skill, and you
are
teleport mud in
Avernus's
enemies'
stench
mouth.
is all over your skin.
Said,
Let me
here's mud
guess.
in your mouth.
Your devil mistress sent you to get her soul coin
That would
back.
be funny.
Too bad. I
But
earned it
I don't
fair
feel
and
like
square.
the teleport spell works like that. I think it has to be I think the teleport spell works like you could teleport items and people to a place you can see.
Care to explain why you reek of the hells?
I mean, it's still a nat 20.
Well, that's quite the story. And I thought I was doomed. Now I feel sorry for you. Here. Take this. It's worth a fortune. But a fortune's not worth much if you're dead. Consider it payment for saving my life.
A soul coin, true to its name, holds a mortal soul inside. It serves in the Nine Hells as very valuable currency.
I better do the talking.
All right, what now?
I like how he has to sit down to hop off. Like, just let me sit down here so that I can get down. She gave a life for a life. Right. But it's funny because now I have a total of 4 soul coins.
The squirrel lunges at your foot and bites it.
I've quite literally got souls in my pocket.
You're trespassing. This is my territory.
I guess you could say there's sanity that I'm borrowing. Because if I'm talking to a squirrel, I clearly don't have any sanity.
I've quite literally got souls in my pocket.
I could do far better than it. I guess you could say there's sanity that I'm borrowing. I have watched Record of Ragnarok, yes.
How about this? You can stay if you keep those ugly feet on the ground. I'll even sweeten the pot. Found some weird smelling stuff on the ground. You can keep it, but these trees are mine. Follow the rules and I won't have to intervene. Got it?
Adam versus Zeus was a good fight. That was probably one of the best fights in the series, but my favorite fight was Jack the Ripper versus Hercules.
No, you just care about your stupid apprenticeship.
Take your time. Right now. Get a feel for it.
Hells, we can't just leave. They're kin.
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blazing spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay. These people aren't fighters. We can help.
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
Whew.
Thank you. It's the right thing to do, and you know it.
She's right, Roland. We're better than this.
Zergan. Fine, I'll stay too. Lest you both end up with your throat slit by goblin blade.
Thank you, Roland.
You're having a discussion with a squirrel. I mean, I can talk to animals, so I mean, having a conversation with a squirrel seems natural.
Refugees, adventurers, no one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? I lower my prices for fellow druids, but you'll need to be quick. The ritual will be complete before too long. I know it's drastic.
Wizard subclass that I made up. The mental
day.
wizard, a wizard that uses mental-based attack like nightmares or emotional damage. That would be hilarious.
We druids will be safe. As for those that took refuge here, well, may Sylvanas guard them as they continue their travels. As I said, it's a drastic measure, but the survival of the Grove is paramount. There just aren't enough supplies to support everyone. I pray no goblin arrow has grazed you. Nettie could put you to rights. She should be with the others in the inner chambers, but I doubt she'll be taking on new patients. The Grove will be locked down soon. Just some bits and bobs I no longer need.
It's funny how all the Underdark races are hated, except for the Deep Gnome. I don't need to speak with animals.
Funny how all the Underdark races are hated, except for the Deep Gnome.
Ah! I just sold my arm.
Sylvanas.
I'm a naked little gnome right now.
Need anything else? Always happy to help those who follow the first circle.
Ah! I just sold my arm.
When a wizard puts points into his strength, random NPC, holy moly, did the wizard go to the jump? Truly a terrifying sight. Thought you were a monk druid, not a bard trying to seduce people with your mouth. I am a monk druid. That was completely accidental. And it's funny because my charisma is only at a 10. First anime you watched. Kind of dating myself here. The first anime that I ever watched was the original Dragon Ball.
So
give that to Gale. Send that to camp. If you had a Pokemon to choose for your Pokemon journey, what would you pick? I'd pick Aaron. So if we're going with any Pokemon, I've got a lot of favorites. I think I'd have to go with Tepig, the starter Pokemon from Unova, the fire starter from Unova. I always did like that one.
lovely day this. For now.
I always did like that.
There's no time to waste.
But I'm gonna save it here.
I have a lot on my mind.
Rover nuts. Anyway, I'm gonna stop it here for today. I'm gonna go get something for lunch. Next weekend, I will definitely continue where I left off with my Deep Gnome monk. But I will see you guys later.
Next weekend, I will definitely continue.
So yeah.
My Deep Gnome monk.
Peace.